this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So Clemson's offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He breaks a tackle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt to try to pick up some yards. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can pin.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and you see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback.
It's a running room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense not budging, he's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Epte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Finds his man, it's off. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job.
They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack, even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, not a lot the defense could do on that play. They got a curl route, and they're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll move the tight end. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Red pass, it's complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense definitely, they want touchdowns. And you talk about being great on offense. It's executing in the red area, executing on 3rd down. They executed really well. Now set up with high percentage. 1st and goal from the 2-yard.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor.
There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Bringing the heat. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Might be looking to run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Beneath the shadow of Howard's flag, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Trying play action. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stockton. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Wide open spaces. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been...
Fires toward the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Got the quick completion. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Breaks into the open. Continues to fight for yards. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Yellow Jackets have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. With the catch, it's Williams. And midfield, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Power football with the run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this with David kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Release to the back. Catches it, passes, sticks, and still on his feet. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Adams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. They'll send the back in motion. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Moore. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch with these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Floating away. He'll get rid of it. It's caught. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that 3-snap look told me to hand it off.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
They boot it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass. Go to...
Unleashes one deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
They just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but, man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
It's incomplete. A last-gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message.